Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and today's episode was about me! Yay!
Hey, how are you all doing?
Hello.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we're recording from my iPhone,
And in bed, we became John Lennon and Yoko. No, he's Yoko. This is a bed in for Pink.
we'll try to get a little more detailed here. Actually, do you mind if I actually explain it?
Yeah, sure, you do that.
Okay. Yesterday, Keyframe was not feeling well, and something was going on with what is it? Your side, your pen.
I had like this sharp pain in my right side that wouldn't go away. We had to go to the ER. They did blood test after blood test after CAT scan, and I have an infection somewhere, and they gave me antibiotics for that. But they say that if I get a fever or start vomiting, then I may have a problem with my appendix. That explains the pain in my right side.
And so far, that hasn't happened. We were actually we were at the hospital at 4 a.m. Friday morning.
4 a.m. till about 9. This guy passed out in bed as soon as we got home. I just, yeah.
We had to do whatever we could, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I could sit up, and I can, type and things, I can do things with my upper body, but it hurts like hell to walk.
Yeah, so, because she had to spend most of her time in bed, I couldn't get her up to the desktop or anything like that, because I didn't want to risk getting her hurt, so... We still have our feelings to share and such. And the episode, what is the name of the episode again?
Party Pooped.
Party Pooped. And did this episode get another, was this another episode that people were hating on?
From what I could tell, it's just divisive. It's not like, it's like people are like, this is good, to, this is ugh. But it's like, I don't see anyone vehemently being like, this episode should burn in a fire, and that fire should burn in lava, and that lava should go into a black hole.
You know, I've noticed that we're getting writers from Johnny Test, aren't we?
This is a Nick Kaplan or something, and I think he did a good job, because what really shines with this writer is his humor, which is very slapsticky and Warner Brothers-y, and also a touch of mean-spirited humor that you would see in Johnny Test, but it kind of works here because they picked the right character for it. If this was a Rarity episode, it would not have worked.
Yeah, if I could say something, just because we're getting writers from Johnny Test doesn't automatically make an episode bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice that some people are overreacting to that. People said that Power Ponies was bad because one of the writers, wrote for Johnny Test.
I thought Power Ponies was decent. Everyone needs... Yeah, I thought it was
This
decent.
comes from somebody who overreacted over an Amy Kenyon Rogers episode. And that should say something.
Well, all writers get their Black Sheep episodes.
Well, that wasn't even the Black Sheep.
Was it Philly Vanilli?
Yeah, Philly Vanilli wasn't really the Black Sheep, but the point is... I used to overreact to many things like that, Equestria games, etc. But I think a lot of us, if there's anything I've learned about Season 4 is that we need to control ourselves. So that's what I'm trying to at least do. Anyways, for this episode, Party Pooped, I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't,
It's not Pinkie Pride.
Yeah, it's not a great episode, but I enjoyed what there was.
Pinkie is best pony.
She has her own room of files of what parties to plan for. She plans everything in advance for everyone. That shows how great of a character she is.
This episode was basically, Pinkie is awesome. Let us tell you the reasons why.
Yeah, and
it was like how people say she was acting like Mabel Pines and Griffinstone. She was acting more like it. She was monologuing. I loved it. Oh,
she went
Pinkie.
to the trouble of going all the way to, what is it, Yakistan?
Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yeah. Is that Yakistan's national anthem? Please rise for the Yakistan national anthem.
And everything has to be perfect. Yeah.
The Yaks were the somewhat annoying thing about the episode. I laughed because I'm a very cynical bastard like that, but like
As
story wise, it's just like I've met people who are that culturally sensitive that they will bash someone for emulating anything about another
their
culture.
heritage, yeah. And that's one of the things I kind of didn't like about the episode. The Yakkers, or the Yak characters,
The Yakanians.
yeah, the Yakanians, they were pretty despicable to me. Like, they were destructive over everything if it wasn't perfect. I mean, they throw a hissy fit because this hay or this material is not from our country. Well, no fucking shit.
It's like, of course not. Is it weird that I sort of was putting a parallel of the Yak saying everything must be perfect to people who, like, say that every episode has to be like Hurricane Fluttershy? Everything needs to meet my standard. Every character needs to act like the way I need to act, or it's not perfect. Smash! Tumblr, smash! Smash! Smash!
Wow, honey, you just made a parallel to my reactions throughout season 4.
Yay!
It's like, Pinkie Pie was not perfect in Philly Vanilli. Me trash episode.
Ow!
Oh, are you okay?
I laid on the side a little bit too hard.
Oh.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I think the thing is, I don't know. It's like the story went fine. It wasn't clunky. It transition. The Yaks were there for when they needed to be there. And Pinkie was there for whenever it needed to be. I feel like they could have taken away the rarity part, but it's like I go by rules of 3, so it's just like I feel like maybe the last 2 were kind of unnecessary, but I go by rules of 3, so that's just my thing. But it was decent enough. But the episode really starts moving forward humor-wise. I mean, it was funny before, especially with Pinkie's faces and stuff, when we see Pinkie get on the road to Yakistan. She starts monologuing. This episode shows how to do a running gag right. Like when she's like,
and there I was on my trip to Yakistan, because this pony's rump has a party on it, and this pony's rump alone. Know what I mean?
Also, guess what reference was in that episode?
Oh my god, I love the Beatle reference. It's like,
Then I met a traveling band. We did a few shows. We almost got famous, but we left because of creative differences.
and keep in mind, this all happened in an afternoon. This is like the pony version of like Meet the Beatles or something, where everything happens just in a course of a few days. But
You can already tell what she's a fan of. I'm just saying, dear.
But it was awesome. And also, they got the ponies' colors right. Wait, except George. Why does everyone color George orange? Yes, his Sergeant Pepper costume was that. His favorite color is purple.
Well, maybe it's because it was iconic of the Sgt. Pepper's, what is it, Lonesome? That's a long-ass name.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Okay.
We hope you have enjoyed the show. But, you know what? You know what I have to say?
What?
Paul and John got their favorite colors. Why did Ringo get pink? Okay, at least pink is a shade. Actually, that's a very smart reference that they made Pinkie Ringo then. But it's like, pink is a shade of red, which is their favorite color. Why'd they give George orange? That's in a completely different rant.
Can we both just say that, considering that, okay, so near the end of the episode, the Yaks were gonna, declare war on Equestria. Well, now that, the Yakians, however you say the name,
The
and
Yakkers.
the Yakkers and the Equestrians are all united together, I think it's nice to say, come together right now over me. I was way out of sync on that song, but
But the other big thing is just I feel like all the characters, the Yaks may have been annoying, but the characters to me were on point with that they bounced off each other really well. Twilight, yeah, I could see her being nervous about all this, because she literally has this title now as Princess of Friendship. This is her responsibility to sort of be a unification of races and people all all across Equestria, and it's just like, and so it's like if she fails on that, she's basically failing the thing she ascended into princessdom for, and
Sorry.
she, and you know, it's also a huge responsibility to Pinkie. I mean, her rump is literally balloons. She has to throw a good party, but like Fluttershy was really good in this episode. I love how honest Fluttershy is, because it's like they're going around the table and
Yeah, it's funny. She's the element of kindness, and what is Applejack again?
honesty. But it's like Applejack's like, well, that went okay.
I would say satisfactory. It could have been better. It was not that good. It was awful!
It's just like, you could see the progression of nervousness. But the best line of the episode, though, is when Pinkie slides up the slide and Fluttershy's like,
So, do we walk up the slide, or what?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm just
that
like,
was such a real...
What?
That was such a real talk moment right there. That was like, real talk? How do we get up here? But I love Pinkie's planning room. It shows how much Pinkie has, like... Because everyone thinks she's the so random pop party cannon party instant thing.
This is one of those moments where you underestimate the character.
Because I've always imagined Pinkie is someone that does things in unorthodox ways, but with a creative type, like Pinkie. You do have a form of a structure in your head of how things will go, and knowledge and everything. And for something like party planning, where it's very social and you have to please people, you have to do sort of a research of knowing what you like. It makes sense then, like, with Friend Indeed, she knows everyone, she knows when their birthdays are and everything. She likes to get to know people, she's very social and active. That's why she's such a great party planner, because, you know, okay, example, like, you know how Rainbow Dash said in Pinkie Pride that Pinkie's parties are all great, are cute and all, but this one's going to be epic? The reason why they're just sort of cute and all is because Pinkie likes to make them personal. She likes them to be something special towards that person. And it's like, Cheese Sandwich's parties are really great, but, you know, in his Super Duper Party Pony thing, he was offering different things that he gives to other people, you know, like hippos, giant bowl that you can swim in. And when Cheese and Pinkie got together, yes, there was the big bombastic stuff that Cheese does, but there's also those little personal touches that only Pinkie could do for her best friend. And this shows even more in this episode how much Pinkie is not just a dummix. She has this great memory, she takes notes. I do kind of agree. She does have somewhat more structure than Twilight in the way that she does all this research and she applies it really well. And that's why she is so she knows how to make friends so well and everything, and do these parties. And she literally went to someplace that was unexplored before with a cute baby yak to make the party good for these assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, the episode may not be perfect,
but there's a lot of things to take into consideration about Pinkie Pie's character.
There's a lot of good things about it, and I feel like this episode should exist for the sole reason of showing a side to Pinkie Pie that shows her randomness, but also shows her emotional heart to her at the same time, in the own silly way. It's not like the depression that she felt in Pinkie Pride, which is good also. There's different spectrums of how you can show the emotional backing of a character, in their element and out of their element, which is sort of that dichotomy between Pinkie Pride and this episode. I mean, when Pinkie was crying tears of joy when Rarity was like, I wish we could tell Pinkie Pie how much we appreciate her hard work. It's like, that wasn't just something comedic like, oh, she's overreacting. That actually touched something with me, because when someone works so hard for the people that you love, wanting to make something so personal and so special, you do get moved when you finally get the appreciation for it. Because with how many people just say, oh, Pinkie's the party planner, it sort of feels like she's being downcast. She appreciates that she's, you know, the best party planner in Equestria, but no one really realizes all the work she puts into it. And that's why Pinkie's my favorite.
So, how should we wrap this up? I thought it was a good episode, not a great episode. There are a couple of things in which are kind of here and there a bit of a something questionable, but overall I enjoyed it and I had fun with some of the slapstick.
Nick Calphone, this is a pretty good first entry.
Yes.
So,
Best of luck to
I
you.
know you guys usually can't watch stuff from the fandom because of contracts, but keep up the good work, buddy.
Yep.
You have a little bit more growing to do, but I think you'll be good.